Madam C.J. Walker, 1887 to 1919. She was an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and an activist. Madam C.J. Walker's journey from poverty to become the first self-made female millionaire in America is a testament to resilience, vision, and the power of self-belief. Her legacy continues to inspire generations of Black entrepreneurs, beauty innovators, and change makers. May we all carry forward her spirit of excellence, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. As Madam C.J. Walker once said, "I had to make my own living, my own opportunity, but I made it. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunity to come. You have to get up and make it." May her words continue to guide us as we create, build, and uplift one another. Madam C.J. Walker rose from poverty in the South to become one of the wealthiest African American women of her time. She used her position to advocate for the advancement of Black Americans and for the end to lynching. Born Sarah Breedlove on December 23, 1867, on a plantation in Delta, Louisiana, one of 6 children of Owen and Minerva Anderson Breedlove, former slaves turned sharecroppers after the Civil War. Orphaned at the age of 7, Walker lived with her older sister Luvina, and the two worked in the cotton fields, partly to escape her abusive brother-in-law. At the age of 14, Walker married Moses McWilliams. When her husband died in 1887, Walker became a single parent of a 2-year-old daughter, Layla. Seeking a way out of poverty, in 1889, Walker moved to St. Louis, Missouri, where her 4 brothers were barbers. There she worked as a laundress and a cook. She joined the African Methodist Episcopal Church, where she met leaders like Black men and women whose education and success likewise inspired her. In 1894, she married John Davis, but the marriage was troubled and the couple divorced later. Struggling financially, facing hair loss, and feeling the strain of years of physical labor, Walker's life took a dramatic turn in 1904. That year, she had not only been using African American businesswoman Annie Turbo Malone's The Great Wonderful Hair Grower, but she also joined Malone's team of Black women sales agents. A year later, Walker moved to Denver, Colorado, where she married ad man Charles Joseph Walker, renaming herself Madam C.J. Walker. And with $1.25, yes, I said that, $1.25, she launched her own line of hair care products, straighteners for African American women. Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. Initially, Walker's husband helped with the advertising and establishment of a mail order business. After the pair divorced in 1910, she relocated to Indianapolis and built a factory for her Walker Manufacturing Company. An advocate of Black women's economic independence, she opened training programs in the Walker system for her national network of licensed sales agents who earned healthy commissions. Ultimately, Walker employed 40,000 African American women and men in the U.S., Central America, and the Caribbean. She also founded the National Negro Cosmetics Manufacturers Association in 1917. Walker's business grew rapidly, with sales exceeding $500,000 in the final year of her life. Her total worth topped $1 million and included a mansion in Irvington, New York, dubbed Villa Noir, and properties in Harlem, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. As her wealth increased, so did her philanthropic and political outreach. Walker contributed to the YMCA. She covered tuition for 6 African American students at Tuskegee Institute and became active in the anti-lynching movement, donating $5,000 to the NAACP's efforts. Just prior to dying of kidney failure, Walker revised her will, bequeathing 2/3 of her future net profits to charities, as well as thousands of dollars to various individuals and schools. Over a century later, Madam C.J. Walker's influence is still seen in the black beauty industry, in black entrepreneurship, and in the power of giving back to the community. She paved the way not just for wealth, but for empowerment. We honor her today and always. We honor you, Madam C.J. Walker. Welcome back to Daily Dish Recipes for the Soul. Today, we are taking a trip to the Low Country with a dish that stood the test of time: shrimp and grits. This meal is simple yet rich in history, originating from the Gullah Geechee people. This is a creamy bowl of cheesy grits topped with spicy, buttery shrimp. And yes, say no more. This dish was first introduced to me by my mom. She knew that I was not a grits eater. So what she said to me was, since I know you don't like grits, so let me introduce you to the way that I eat my grits. And she showed me it was this creamy dish, and she added some sauteed shrimp on top of it, and she made this delicious gravy with the sauteed shrimp. And when I tell you, it was my taste buds, okay, they changed dramatically when I tasted that. I was like, this couldn't be grits. This could not be grits. This don't taste like grits to me. And after that, she would always make it. But when she made it, it would be more like for special occasions. But when she did, I would always ask for some extra gravy, because the dish was awesome on its own. But when she added the gravy to it, that added a whole nother level of flavor. But with today's recipe, you're going to need a pound of peeled and veined shrimp, 1 cup of stone ground grits cleaned, 2 cups of chicken broth, a half a cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of cheddar cheese, 1 tablespoon of Simply Spiced Cajun blend, 1 tablespoon of butter, 2 cloves of garlic minced. And you're going to cook the grits in the broth and the cream, and you're going to stir in the cheese. Then you're going to saute the shrimp in the butter, garlic, and Cajun seasoning. And then you're going to serve the shrimp over the creamy grits. And voila, there you are, shrimp and grits. Shrimp and grits traces back to the Gullah Geechee communities, whose American culinary traditions shaped Southern cuisine. So try this bold dish out and tag me at Simply Nikki Vibes and tell me what you think. And up tomorrow, we are having a Valentine's inspired treat: chocolate covered strawberry pound cake. Yay. But until then, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Madam C.J. Walker, 1887 to 1919. She was an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and an activist. Madam C.J. Walker's journey from poverty to become the first self-made female millionaire in America is a testament to resilience, vision, and the power of self-belief. Her legacy continues to inspire generations of Black entrepreneurs, beauty innovators, and change makers. May we all carry forward her spirit of excellence, empowerment, and entrepreneurship. As Madam C.J. Walker once said, I had to make my own living, my own opportunity, but I made it. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunity to come. You have to get up and make it. May her words continue to guide us as we create, build, and uplift one another. Madam C.J. Walker rose from poverty in the South to become one of the wealthiest African American women of her time. She used her position to advocate for the advancement of Black Americans at the end of and for the end to lynching. Born Sarah Breedlove on December 23, 1867, on a plantation in Delta, Louisiana, one of 6 children of Owen and Minerva Anderson Breedlove, former slaves turned sharecroppers after the Civil War. Orphaned at the age of 7, Walker lived with her older sister Luvina, and the two worked in the cotton fields, partly to escape her abusive brother-in-law. At the age of 14, Walker married Moses McWilliams. When her husband died in 1887, Walker became a single parent of a 2-year-old daughter, Layla. Seeking a way out of poverty, in 1889, Walker moved to St. Louis, Missouri, where her 4 brothers were barbers. There she worked as a laundress and a cook. She joined the African Methodist Episcopal Church, where she met leaders like Black men and women whose education and success likewise inspired her. In 1894, she married John Davis, but the marriage was troubled and the couple divorced later. Struggling financially, facing hair loss, and feeling the strain of years of physical labor, Walker's life took a dramatic turn in 1904. That year, she had not only been using African American businesswoman Annie Turbo Malone's The Great Wonderful Hair Grower, but she also joined Malone's team of Black women sales agents. A year later, Walker moved to Denver, Colorado, where she married ad man Charles Joseph Walker, renaming herself Madam C.J. Walker. And with $1.25, yes, I said that, $1.25, she launched her own line of hair care products, straighteners for African American women. Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. Initially, Walker's husband helped with the advertising and establishment of a mail order business. After the pair divorced in 1910, she relocated to Indianapolis and built a factory for her Walker Manufacturing Company. An advocate of Black women's economic independence, she opened training programs in the Walker system for her national network of licensed sales agents who earned healthy commissions. Ultimately, Walker employed 40,000 African American women and men in the U.S., Central America, and the Caribbean. She also founded the National Negro Cosmetics Manufacturers Association in 1917. Walker's business grew rapidly, with sales exceeding $500,000 in the final year of her life. Her total worth topped $1 million and included a mansion in Irvington, New York, dubbed Villa Noir, and properties in Harlem, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. As her wealth increased, so did her philanthropic and political outreach. Walker contributed to the YMCA. She covered tuition for 6 African American students at Tuskegee Institute and became active in the anti-lynching movement, donating $5,000 to the NAACP's efforts. Just prior to dying of kidney failure, Walker revised her will, bequeathing 2/3 of her future net profits to charities, as well as thousands of dollars to various individuals and schools. Over a century later, Madam C.J. Walker's influence is still seen in the black beauty industry, in black entrepreneurship, and in the power of giving back to the community. She paved the way not just for wealth, but for empowerment. We honor her today and always. We honor you, Madam C.J. Walker. Welcome back to Daily Dish Recipes for the Soul. Today, we are taking a trip to the Low Country with a dish that stood the test of time: shrimp and grits. This meal is simple yet rich in history, originating from the Gullah Geechee people. This is a creamy bowl of cheesy grits topped with spicy, buttery shrimp. And yes, say no more. This dish was first introduced to me by my mom. She knew that I was not a grits eater. So what she said to me was, since I know you don't like grits, so let me introduce you to the way that I eat my grits. And she showed me it was this creamy dish, and she added some sauteed shrimp on top of it, and she made this delicious gravy with the sauteed shrimp. And when I tell you, it was my taste buds, okay, they changed dramatically when I tasted that. I was like, this couldn't be grits. This could not be grits. This don't taste like grits to me. And after that, she would always make it. But when she made it, it would be more like for special occasions. But when she did, I would always ask for some extra gravy, because the dish was awesome on its own. But when she added the gravy to it, that added a whole nother level of flavor. But with today's recipe, you're going to need a pound of peeled and veined shrimp, 1 cup of stone ground grits cleaned, 2 cups of chicken broth, a half a cup of heavy cream, a half a cup of cheddar cheese, 1 tablespoon of Simply Spiced Cajun blend, 1 tablespoon of butter, 2 cloves of garlic minced. And you're going to cook the grits in the broth and the cream, and you're going to stir in the cheese. Then you're going to saute the shrimp in the butter, garlic, and Cajun seasoning. And then you're going to serve the shrimp over the creamy grits. And voila, there you are, shrimp and grits. Shrimp and grits traces back to the Gullah Geechee communities, whose American culinary traditions shaped Southern cuisine. So try this bold dish out and tag me at Simply Nikki Vibes and tell me what you think. And up tomorrow, we are having a Valentine's inspired treat: chocolate covered strawberry pound cake. Yay, yay. But until then, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.